breaking news. Yo, we're gonna be hearing from a man that's serving 3 life sentences plus 160 years. This is a powerful interview. My daughter was 7 when I got locked up. I came home, she was 34 years old. And this is for the youth that's out there unaliving each other, sliding on each other. This is for what you're seeing unfolding in Chicago. So this is for the brothers in Chicago and the brothers that's in the struggle, like the brothers in Chicago, because that's what they show in the spotlight too, like they showed the spotlight to Harlem during the crack era. Now they showing the spotlight to Chicago during the sliding era. All right. All right, you know what it is, Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm sitting here, I'm with my daughter, Juanita. She get ready to start her own show called what?
Juanita Mecca Audio. Subscribe to the channel. It's already up. Check me out. You
All
already
right.
know.
You hear what she said? Juanita Mecca Audio. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. But this the joint I like. You know what I mean? So we're going to get to it. This brother is serving 3 life sentences consecutively. Consecutively means you got to serve 1 life sentence, die, come back, serve another life sentence, die, come back, and serve your 3rd life sentence. All right? Let's see how he's speaking. Let's go where we at. Let's roll.
I'm Kobe. They call me Sleep though. So everybody that kind of know me from that world or whatever. But I'm Kobe. I'm Kobe.
Where'd you get the name Sleep, if you don't mind me asking?
In the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Being in the streets, basically. So.
Now, where are you from?
From LA. South Central LA on the east side. Yeah.
How long you been down?
Right now, 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
Do you have a date yet?
No, not at this present moment. But I know I'm about to get out though. But I got gave me a crazy sentence.
You see how he said he got 8 years, right, baby? He said he got 8 years in, and he said that with a lot of energy. Now, when he's talking about if he's ever getting out, that's where the reality set in, where he know there's a chance of him not getting out. But he's doing what we call in prison, keeping hope alive. Hope becomes our best friend. So he's trying to keep hope alive.
For something I didn't even really do. I know you probably heard that a million times, but.
See, that's called mollifying. We don't know what he did. We don't know if he did the crime or not. But when you go into saying that you're innocent, all that becomes mollifying. Mollifying is where you make an excuse to make a wrong right. All right?
Mine will be proven real soon, but for some stuff that don't even carry this kind of time. None of the charges carry this type of time. None of them.
See, the thing that I want y'all to understand, and you know, for you rat bastards. You know? You know how we feel about rat bastards.
Can't stand it.
You know what I mean? But, you know, so you understand, this is to show you how a man's mindset is to cope with 3 life sentences running consecutively plus 106 years. Please pay attention. This is not for views. This is to save you.
But I got time like I killed 30 people or something.
All that's mollifying. You broke the law, you got time. End of story. Bottom line is, he feel the same way I felt. That's why I know what he's feeling. Like, I got too much time. I didn't kill anyone. You didn't even charge me with an unaliving, and you're giving me all this time.
How much time did they give you?
I got 3 consecutive life sentences plus 106 years.
Did you hear that?
3
consecutive life sentences.
Consecutive means they running separately. You got to do one. Okay, if he was to live and he served out, let's say he had 3 20-year sentences running consecutively. He had to do 20 years. Then when he's done with that, then he had to start another 20 years. Then when he's done with that, then he have to start another 20 years. That's a total of 60 years. But when you're talking about life, they talking about you dying in prison.
Plus
106 years.
Now, how could they even do that? Is it gang
That
enhancements?
man, it was all of that. It was like it's like what you call creative sentencing, right? So I got conspiracy to extortion. That's my charge. Conspiracy to extortion.
Now he's going to break down what conspiracy is. Conspiracy is nothing more than a thought crime. If you think about robbing somebody and you tell someone else and they tell the police, they could lock you up for just having the thought or trying to put together a plan to rob somebody, whether you actually executed the plan or not. That's the ace in the hole they have to take us off the street. Conspiracy is a thought crime.
They changed. They gave me an alternate penalty for the conspiracy to extortion and put it under a gang 186.22.
You see, they put it under the gang statute. When you put it under the gang statute, Nene, what I want you to understand is, because my baby gonna get a chance to talk, so y'all sit back, you bastards that's sitting here dying to hear my beautiful princess speak.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Now, they put it under the gang statute because if you put in the gang statute, the time triples. So that's what he's explaining that they did with his sentence.
Which made them be able to give me a life sentence for something that only carried like 3 years.
See, a normal person would have got 3 years, but because they attached it to the gang statute, now he wound up getting 3 life sentences instead of 3 years plus 106 years.
That's crazy, huh? For something they said I thought about doing.
That's the conspiracy, the thought crime.
They gave me a life sentence for that. But turns out, though, they can't do it under the word conspiracy doesn't fall up under that. So that's how I'm going to be able to go back and get out of here.
So it's your
You see what I'm saying? He's saying that they can't do it. Yo, family, I'm just keeping it real for the young people watching. There's a lot of things they can't do that's against the Constitution, but they do it anyway. Family, they did it. They gave you 3 consecutive life sentences. Now you're going back trying to win after they railroad you. That's what this is about. Pay attention. He said, oh, they can't do it. They did it, didn't they?
your case currently in the courts right
No,
now?
my case is final.
See, his case is final. That means he already filed his appeal, went to the Supreme Court. So now, if he's in the state jail, he's looking at filing a 2244 to bring it from the state court into the federal court. See how complicated this get? That's why I tell the youth, don't get involved in it because this ain't nothing nice.
Really?
Yeah. So, but you know, because of that sentencing error, I'm gonna be able to, you know, get out of here because
But they did the error. They didn't have to do the error. So he's keeping hope alive because they can do what they want to do.
of that. And at the same time, too, there's a video in my case that the DA knew. I want to say that the DA knew that we were innocent of at least one specific charge, one specific count, and they still used it against us falsely, right? So I could prove that too. So I'm waiting for that right now. Forensically, I can prove that. So that's no doubt, no trickery. They can't do it, none of that. So and I knew that they knew because they gave my co-defendant a crazy, awesome plea deal, so they wouldn't present that evidence. But if you knew that, if that wasn't true, why would you still go forward with it? You know what I'm saying? So the system itself is crazy.
Were there ever any moments where you lost hope?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the key, hope. Remember that word, hope. We keep hope alive and we expect the worst, but we keep hope alive. When I file a motion, right, because I'm riding. When I file a motion, right, Nene, it's like, you know, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst, meaning to be denied. But I keep my hope alive and that keep me going until the next motion I filed. And that's how I lived my time for 26 years. What do you feel about me having to deal with doing my time in that manner?
I think it actually made you stronger because I know behind them walls, everything slows down and everything is different from this outside. So I actually think it does make you stronger in there. But when you came out here, is cause a little difficulty where you're still trying to catch up. But that's why you're around people that love you, that's here to help you come back from that. Because I already know that's decades you did in there, and I know you was sitting in there thinking you was going to be getting out like this man here, but by the grace of God, he had other plans. So maybe his life is going to be different though too. But you have to keep that hope, because if you ain't going to keep that hope, you just going to die in that darkness.
The darkness. Remember that word, darkness.
It was crazy because not when I got found guilty, it's when I first got sentenced. The sentencing was like so bizarre. It was so crazy that my attorney was lost for words. So I knew if he lost for words, and he didn't do nothing in my case, and he was lost for words, you know what I'm saying? So once I got the sentencing and like the long bus ride back to the county jail, I was like, man, I'm supposed to go in here. First person to say something to me, I'm finna dismantle him. You know what I mean? That's where my mind was at, because I felt like that was the end of the world for me. You know what I mean? But the craziest thing would change my mind from that instantly almost. I had to talk with my kid's mother, and she was like, I'm not telling them that. You're gonna have to tell them that. I'm not telling them that. So once I talked to my son, and my son was 16 at the time, when I talked to him, he talked to me like he was my father. It was crazy. It was.
See, that's what it is. His son done felt like he the man of the house, can't nobody tell him nothing. And that's why he's saying it's crazy. That's like me coming home. And, we spoke about this last night, about me going by to surprise my daughter and my grandbabies and come by on a Saturday morning, and she got the nerve, gunshots, to tell me I'm supposed to call before I came. I don't ever remember my father having a call before he went to see any of my siblings in where they lived at. So you disrespect.
Let me tell you something, and I appreciate y'all though that agreed with me, because I do know that makes sense, right? Call me, and it's Saturday,
Nah.
like y'all said, weekends we need to sleep. I got kids.
Nah.
Like, I be tired, I be exhausted. Let me get that little rest when I could get that rest.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But I love my father. He could come whenever he want, like I told him.
Yeah, because I had to buck and show you I'm not going for it.
And
that's why you saying that now.
Nothing but love. But at the end of the day, I think now he knows though too. Let's come at a respectful hour, or at least call your grandkids. Let your grandkids let you in that door. Let mama sleep.
Okay, but see, what I want y'all to understand, right? I was away from this woman. You know what I mean? From this woman for 26 and a half years. So she didn't know how to deal with a father being in her relationship, to grow with that, because I was gone. And then now I come home a grown man and I want to do the fatherly things, but I had to earn those fatherly things. You know what I mean? By letting it be known that I'm your father. And let's talk about our other baby. You know what I mean? We ain't going to say her name because she might not want to say her name. My other baby, right? I'll come out of jail. And my other baby was 18 months old when I went to prison. And then when I came out of prison, she was 28. She was going on 28. You know what I mean? She was going on 28 years old.
Grown.
When I come out of prison. So now it's like she come in, she's getting ready to go out. And when I left, she was 18 months. Now I'm looking at a grown woman that's shapely like her mother, about to go out the door, and she's wearing what all the other females wear.
At 28. Yes.
At 28. No, I'm thinking she was 100% right. I'm not saying she wasn't. But me as a father, I missed from 18 months to 28 years, and I'm still looking at it that this is my 18-month-old baby going out there, and I'm going to say it, with all that ass.
And she don't be wanting to hear that shit stuff. She don't want to hear none of that at
Because
all.
she's independent like me.
Yeah.
So these are the struggles that y'all going to have to go through as fathers or mothers if you go to jail and then you come home and now you're trying to implement, morals and principles and family respect. You understand? And she didn't understand that. Because I even told her, right? I'm going to keep it 100. Yeah, I even told her. And this is my baby. I can say anything to this daughter. You know what I mean? Love them all the same, but this is my twin. I can say anything to her, and she know how to ride with it or check me if she feel I'm wrong. But this was my baby, and I used to talk to her on the phone. Hey, baby, how you feeling? Daddy love you, miss you, hug you, and can't wait to kiss you. You know what I mean? And this one, what you out there doing? What you up to? So we got that bond, but the other one now, my youngest, we didn't have that bond. So all she knew is I looked at her as daddy's little princess, daddy's little baby.
But now y'all got it. That's the
no. We got it, but we ain't gonna speed past it. I want them to understand what we went through, so that hopefully this deter them from wanting to go through that. While I'm sitting there, my daughter going out, she had a spandex workout outfit, the same complexion of her skin. You know what I mean? So you can see every curve that she have, and she's just as beautiful and curvaceous as her mother. So now she's about to walk out the door, and me as a father, I'm thinking, if somebody say something to my baby, I'm going back to prison. So I'm trying to talk to her, but I don't know how, because I've never been in this situation. Like, she never been in the situation of having a man in the house. So I said, baby, where you going out? Where you going there with all that ass hanging out? But that's the way I talk, and that's why I talk to this one. But that one is different because they're all different, because they all got their own personalities. And she looked at me like, Trigger, who you talking to? You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, I'm just saying, if you go out there, you're gonna attract the wrong type of attention, and then you're gonna come home and say someone disrespected you. And you never gonna disrespect me, you know? And then now she goes out and her girlfriends get disrespected from what they was wearing and almost got into a fight. And then she come back and she tells me, you know what I mean? My daughter tells me, yo, my girlfriend got into it, da da da. You was right, dad, da 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 da. Now she's seeing it, but she's not used to it. So you could understand where I'm at. All right. So now, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you gotta think. I was 7. I had time with you. At least with some type of memory with you before you went away. She was 18 months. She can't remember anything. So as you said, neither one of us, our brother either, none of us knew what it was to have a father in the household growing up. So when you came home, it's an adjustable moment for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, as much as we're all happy to see each other, we're both still trying, everybody's still trying to maneuver and trying to figure out how to be father and daughter on the outside. Because yes, while you was away, this man even taught me how to make French toast over the phone. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, we had the moments, but it was never in the household where we could actually, you know what I mean, feel it. So on my sister's part, it probably hurt her more because she never got to experience anything. You know what I'm trying to say? So now all her memories is starting from now. So it was probably a harder hurdle from that.
I'm gonna share something with you because we ride. I'm gonna share something with you, right? Do you know that Nene told me that her first memory of me was when she came with you and your brother and your mother to ADX Supermax in Florence and had to go underground under all that barbed wire and then to talk to me through a glass in the thing. You know how that hurt me as a man, much less as a father, for my child to tell me that she don't, her first memories is seeing me in a cage with barbed wire and talking through a glass. What's your first memory of me?
Not that, praise God.
You know?
My first memory, I'm not gonna hold you, is I remember it was a year you called me for my birthday. You said what I wanted for my birthday. I said, oh, I want a Walkman. That's back when Walkman was just take it back. I said, I want a Walkman. You said, all right, what color? I said, yellow. I don't know what the heck I want yellow for, but you
That's
definitely
when
came
Sony
through.
had the yellow.
Yes, and you definitely came through with the Sony one too. I swear to God, I had the little gray buttons. My thing was popping. So I was like, oh, he got me exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I remember. That you always did come through with exactly what I asked for and the color I asked for and how I wanted it. So I appreciate that. And us playing the Monopoly game. You remember it?
No, you done forgot. It wasn't Monopoly.
Hold on.
It
Wait,
wasn't
not
Monopoly.
What's that thing called? The thing when I kept messing him up in his
Operation.
Operation. Oh, we played that so much and over. I remember that fruitfully. Oh, that was a good game. I remember when that thing lived in the city. I remember.
That's my baby.
So I got some memories, and I even think I popped your water bed. You remember?
Couldn't have sex for 3 days.
His whole water bed, all water everywhere in that house. I think me, Lil Wayne, Big Wayne, we all jumping on the bed. We fucked that down. Yeah, we had a great time.
But see, she had the memories my baby
Yes.
didn't. So when I tell my baby, where you going at with all that ass? She's like, yo, this a grown ass man looking at my ass. She told me this how she thinking. No, I'm your father trying to protect you and trying to save my freedom. She's 28 years old and she's shapely. Ass everywhere. I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? That's my baby. Wasn't looking at it like that. And that's a sister. But that's what it is. So I didn't know how to communicate that, ass is everywhere. You go out there, you're going to have me kill somebody. You know, and then she tells me, right? And then I'm gonna share a couple of things. She ain't gonna get mad because I ain't say her name yet, but people that know her know I'm talking about. Then she tell me she want me to meet her boyfriend, just like this one told me she wanted to meet her boyfriend, right? Remember that?
Yeah, he talked about, well, he bad marry you, and now he mad I'm married because I ain't laying up in the bed watching movies with him. See, he was supposed to come home and we was all supposed to be single, so we can watch movies and catch up.
No. It ain't so much single. Yeah, I didn't expect to take this long, so I expected you to be still a child.
Yeah.
Listen, this is how I did my time. Could we ride?
Okay.
We're gonna get back to homie in a minute, sleep. But this how I did my time. If something was on TV and all the homies is watching, they say, yo, Unique, come check this movie out. This joint is crazy. Yo, Training Day. I'm like, nah, I'm waiting. When I go home, I'm gonna watch it with my daughter.
Oh.
And I did that for 26 years. I said, I'm gonna watch this with my daughter. You know what I mean? Every movie that came on, there was another one that came on with Jennifer Aniston and the dude when they went on a road trip or something, you know what I mean? And the dude went behind the bushes and he told him to give the officer, oral so that they could get out of the ticket.
I think I seen that one. That's the comedy one, right? I was like,
Yeah.
I think I seen that one. That was good.
Now, I seen those little parts, and I go in my cell and pull out my law books, and all the homies is down there watching, like, yo, you come watch this. And I'm like, nah, I'm watching when I go home with my daughter, right? And then you broke my mother effing heart. Come home and the little hooker gets married. She gonna get married on
He walked me
daddy.
down the aisle. Though. That was beautiful. I used to write so many poems back in the day, freaking crying, thinking
Yeah.
that he's never gonna be able to be here to walk me down the aisle.
And
for my
y'all,
wedding.
but I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? And y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong, right? And and we already at 20-something minutes, so we got time to get back to this. But this is how we make our content. If you don't like it, you rat bastard.
Get off.
You know what I mean? Go somewhere else.
Okay.
But we just keep it here because it's a gangster channel. Right? I came home on May 15th. My granddaughter's birthday was May 19th. May 15th was a Friday. They had a birthday party for my granddaughter the next day after I came home, and they all expected me to go. And that was going to be the first time I see my granddaughter as a free man and the first time I meet my future son-in-law or the dude that just boning my daughter.
Oh Lord.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't know if he was just boning or if he was trying to marry. You know what I mean? So I told him, I know I just came home, but I'm too much of a gangster. I don't want to go see this dude, and when I go see him, I got a smiling, goo gaga, kissy face with my granddaughter and the rest of my kids, and I don't want him to meet me as this sucker kissing on his kids. And I know you rat bastards that don't understand Mecca audio. You know what I mean? It's gonna be quick to say, you know what I mean? No, you're supposed to kiss on your kids. Yeah, but not in front of a dude that has 2 kids with your daughter that was 7 years old when you went in. He's 10 years older. He did 10 years in prison. And now I got to meet this dude. And I know that when I came out of prison as a youth, I just wanted the bone. I wasn't trying to be loyal to nothing. That was then. But now I had to meet this dude. So I didn't go to the party. Do you think I was wrong for not going to the party? What do you honestly think? Because me and you haven't spoke on that. So we're going to do it here. For not going to Trip's birthday party. We call it Trip because she looked just like me and her. This is my twin. My granddaughter's our Trip. I'm going to introduce you to her. Y'all want to see Trip? Put it in the comments. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking to her about that too. But honestly, I'm going to do devil's advocate because I do understand, because I'm the type of person, after I had my own darkness for my time, after I came out of my darkness, I ended up not wanting to be in uncomfortable situations too. That messes with my anxiety as well. So I understand from that side point, but on you've been going for how many years? Your butt should have been there for your grandbaby, regardless of who there and who not there. That's where I'm standing now. But I do have grace and understand where you was coming from. But at the end of the day, you gotta give grace to your grandbaby that had no part of any of that.
I got all that. See, now y'all put in the comments if you think I was wrong for not going to my granddaughter's party.
Agree with me, yes.
You know what I mean? No, I'm keeping it 100 because this is a tutorial for people to understand what being in prison serving 3 consecutive life sentences, or like me, life plus 20 with no chance of parole. I come home, I got to meet my granddaughter, right? I got to meet this dude that I know is boning my daughter. I keep it 100. That's how me and my baby talk. This dude boning my daughter. So I'm thinking, is he just boning? Or is he planning on being serious? That's how I want to meet the dude. Because if he violates, I'm going to have to take him out. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to dinner. So, so I don't want nobody to say, you was cool with him and you took him out. You know what I mean? No, we're not cool until you marry her. Until then, you're just boning my daughter.
He definitely said that. I was like, he definitely said that.
You know? So now, 30 days later, because that was May 16, less than 30 days later,
Yeah, Ricky
on June
birthday.
7th, was my baby daughter's birthday. That was 18 months when I got locked up, and they had a little thing over there at one of the little boat rides or
Jersey City.
whatever, out there in Jersey City. So we go over there to the joint, and now I gotta see the dude because there's no way I'm gonna tell my baby that already got an attitude that I told your ass hanging out. I think you should cover up a little bit. And she got in her body. Said, hold up, you supposed to be my father. You ain't supposed to be looking at my ass. No, listen, you a woman. You got an ass. I'm your father, but I'm still a man. And I'm not trying to kill nobody over them disrespecting my baby. You understand what I'm saying? Just keeping it 100 that this is where our mindset is at as a gangster after decades in prison. So now when we go to the joint, I sit down, I call the dude over there. They say, yo, they kept saying, yo, Juanita man here, Juanita man here. All right, and and they thinking I'm gonna go over there and say something to them in front of them. I said, nah, I went over there, sat in the corner on the bleachers, and I told him, send that little trigger over here. So he comes over. He's straight man, so don't think I'm disrespecting him, but I'm still a man, so I gotta defend my princess. So when he come over and he sit down, I said, yo, and I know this blue. I gotta bring him on the show and ask him how he felt when I did that. Right? So when he came over, I said to him straight up, I said, yo, you just boning my daughter, or you plan on marrying my daughter? And his face looked like, huh? He never expected that. That's the first thing I said to him. You just boning or you trying to marry her? Now, do you think I was wrong for asking him if he's trying to bone her or whatever? Y'all put in the comments. Do you think I was wrong?
I was with him because we've been together for 10 years. Like somebody put a little fire under this man butt already. So yeah, I was with that.
Okay, see, this is
Yeah,
my
I
baby.
was
That's
with
why I
that.
love her. I love you, baby.
Love you too. I was like, he
Because she
done did
understand
that.
me.
He got it done.
You
So
know?
we good.
Yeah. So dude told me, he said, well, I plan on marrying her, but my finances is not right. I got a couple of business plans in action. Once I get right, then, I do plan on marrying your daughter. I said, all right, Trigger God, get out of here. When you're ready to marry her and you're getting married or ready to get married, then you call me. You know what I mean? And I got up and I walked away, and there's nothing else to say. Never said another word to him. Because bottom line is, he called me and told me that he violated, I was taking him out. And like I said, not to dinner. I'm just keeping it 100. And I love him to death. He's no coward. Don't think that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He might have took me out trying to take him out. Just keeping it 100.
But you wasn't gonna be no punk and stand on yours regardless.
You understand? So now I walk away. 6 months later, this little hooker calls me, right? And she's flashing her ring.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, check. Okay.
But bottom line is, like she said, that put the fire under his ass.
What needed to be done.
That needed to be done.
He a straight New York man, so it take a long time. Like he straight from the Bronx, take a long time to like get him to see like, yeah, marriage is where we need to be at. Like 10 years was too long to be waiting.
And being that he's a straight New York man, he's a gangster also, but he's a legal gangster. I had to let him know where I stand, because if my baby tell me that you put your hands on her, you violated her, or bring any little minor incident to me, I'm taking you out. The same as you would do for our granddaughter. So it's not a disrespect to him. But what I want her to understand is that under no circumstances, and I told her that, and she here to tell you, this is how I deal with it as a gangster. I said, look, any problems you got with your man, don't bring it to me. Bring it to your mother. Bring it to your brother. Bring it to your sister. Don't bring it to daddy. When you bring it to daddy, that means you want him gone. And then there's no coming back. So when they get in their little, like, I'm going to share one with her, right? This is how I'm going to share one, right? I'm going to share one. Check this crap out that she did, right? She calls me one day. Her mother was getting ready to get off at 4 o'clock, was going to be there at 4:30. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. The mother going to be there at 4:30 to go pick her up, all right? Now, she calls me at 3:30. Daddy, come get me. Daddy, come get me. I'm like, what happened? She's like, no, come get me, come get me. And all I'm thinking is, I'm getting the pistols out. You know what I mean? So I get dressed real quick. I don't even brush my teeth. I mean, dragging everywhere. But I'm in the car and I'm driving down that highway. I mean, my breath's so stinking, it's fogging up the windows. But all I see is red. This dude disrespected my baby? So I'm flying down the highway, right? I get about 10 minutes from the house, and this little hooker calls me and tell me, "Oh, Daddy, you don't have to come. We okay now." I said, "What? You drive down here, pull out 2 pistols. You know what I mean? And I'm driving to come get this dude, and you tell me it's okay." And then after that, that's when I said, "Look, don't tell me nothing. I don't need to hear nothing else. Anything you got going on, don't bring it to me. Don't ask me to come pick you up. Don't call me to talk about it. I don't want to hear none of that crap." And that's final. So now they go through their little bull crap,
As
some
all
young
married
people
people,
stuff, all
yeah.
married and young people do. And she knows, don't bring it to me.
Unless I really think that the marriage is over, which I'm pretty sure we good, I'll be quiet.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm the exterminator. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it.
There's no fixing in between. It's just a black and white, just boom. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I love this dude because he's my son now. He's not my son-in-law. He's my son. You understand? I give him business advice. He give me business advice. We have really good conversation, really good dude. But he is our blood now because they got married. You understand? And it's just like so crazy that I try and tell y'all you don't want to go to prison, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, so you don't have to go through these traumas that I went through. Right or wrong, baby?
I went through trauma too, just from you being gone. Believe it or not, I was.
Give us one.
No, but I was I don't want to say like I was like a devil with no cause. You know what I'm trying to say? I was just moving to be moving. I had no reason to be moving the way I was moving, but I'm thinking it's okay because where you was at, it was like, shoot, you moved that way. I ain't moved like that. So I was going places where I didn't even need to be going. And the way I reacted, everything was out of anger. And everybody always said that from family that didn't even really know you or know me really, really from the other side of the family. Oh, she only like that because her father gone. Ain't nobody really know. And that actually triggered me to get more angry. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I took a long time for me to get calm though, too. But you being away affect everybody. It probably affected me more because I felt like I was so attached to you. You remember I used to write you all the
I
time.
know all your
So
little,
it's like, yeah, and even
all
when I
your
went to
little
go see him to
romantic,
visit,
all.
yeah, I used to be so happy to come see him on the visit. Then once we got to the visit, I was saddish for no reason. I didn't even understand. You understand what I'm saying? I used to sit there like, and I think it's because I knew you wasn't leaving when we left. You know what I'm trying to say? And there was a lot of times I had to see you, just with that damn screen. So, it's very difficult for all of us. And that became my norm for me.
So if you want to put your beautiful princess through
Don't do
what
it.
I put mine through, what would you tell them?
Tell her, don't do it, please, because I never blamed you. But at the end of the day, as you get older, you're like, damn, your father did break your heart because you was the first one that was supposed to be around like the love. So it's sad, but at the end of the day, I still never got to lose contact with you, so that was a blessing. Because some people they don't even have that type of
You
contact.
see, and that's the thing, right? You got to pick your baby mothers wisely. Her mother was. I'm not disrespecting any baby mothers or any of my baby mothers, but I'm just saying that you have to pick your baby mother wisely. When we're young, we just having sex. We're not using condoms. Baby's born, and then we go on, and now we got a nutcase, and then we go on get with somebody else because and the main thing, right? Let me ask you this. This, from a man's point of view. My problem that I see is that when females get married, right? Well, not married. When females get pregnant, then all of a sudden they feel like the rules change and they got the ball in their court and they could do and say what they want to say. Like that gives them priority. Do you feel or did you feel that way or have you seen females that felt that way?
Of course. Of course, you got a lot of different types of pregnant females. You got some females that use even as they're pregnant, use the pregnancy as a hostage to try to keep the man or in a relationship or whatever, how they trying to get him, or try to use that as a pull, like, oh, if you don't do this, that you ain't gonna see the baby. I ain't telling you when the doctor appointment is, and da 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 da. You got a lot like that though too. Me on the other hand, I ain't giving mess. Just make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Make sure I'm eating, because oh Lord knows I was starving. Just make sure you feeding me. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't smoking my cigarettes no more. So make sure I'm eating my food. I'm getting my snacks and all that. But you do have a lot that do that. But because I didn't have my father in my life, I wouldn't have been one of them pregnant people like that. So praise God for that. I was able to know what it was like not to have you. So I wouldn't want one of my children not to have.
See, and we don't want to have you young ladies looking at this having to be in this mind frame because I screwed up and put my baby in this mind frame. And I'm going to say, if I have to do it every episode, I'm sorry, baby.
Oh, I forgive you. Look,
You know,
I forgave him from when it first happened. So,
you know, but it still breaks my heart
mhm.
to know that I put my baby, my princess through that. And I don't want you to put yours through that at all.
Of course not, but I don't regret nothing that either one of us went through because at the end of the day, all that built us to be who we are. We got to go through all that little pain and that darkness just so we could get the strength to be able to be built up to who we became today. So I'm good with everything because I love who I am. I love who you are. So, you know, God did what he was supposed to do and he put us where we were supposed to be so we could get where we were supposed to be at.
All right. Let's get back to this because we've been on that. Hold on.
Crazy. He talked to me, and it was just that moment right there changed my whole mindset. It changed my whole
When
mind.
his
It
son
changed the
talked
way
to
I
him
thought,
like
period, about this life.
he was
And
the
he
man.
went on to graduate high school, graduate college. You know what I'm saying? And that moment right there, I missed that. So if anything I'm salty about is that, not being able to be there for his graduation and for his college graduation. Because I'm a hands-on father. When I'm there, I'm there. Period. I'm not, you know what I mean? If I'm not there, I can't be there. That's the, obviously. But and then it messed up my daughter. Made my daughter have like a nervous little breakdown. You know what I mean? But she was older, but still, you know what I mean? Then it kind of made me understand how much, because you really don't know how much your kids love you, right? So then when I started seeing them type of moments, I was like, wow, it kind of really resonated with me. But it helped me change my mindset. And because of it, look at the position I'm in now. Now imagine if I would have came in here and went crazy, because it's the place to do it. Calipad definitely the place to act a fool at right here. This is the worst prison probably they got going. But, that's it.
If I wonder if we could take a moment, if you have a message directly you want to share directly to your kids, if you want to share a couple words for them that we can get over to them if you want to look.
Yeah, I got a message for all people out there that's really a part of the gang life. I just put it to you like this. It's real simple.
Yo, we're going to pause it there. We're going to end it there because I want to do this one as a separate part because he's getting ready to talk about the gang life, dealing with what it's like being in here. So make sure you subscribe. Where?
Juanita Mecca Audio.
Juanita Mecca Audio is up right now. I'm going to start putting her videos up today. I'm going to give her a couple of my videos because it's my baby. And we're going to get this right. And this is how we support each other as black people. These messages with me and her is going to be so powerful. And then she's going to start riding on her own.
Yes.
All right, and make sure you subscribe at Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories and Mecca Audio TV. And right where you at, Unique Mecca Audio, hit the notification bell on all of our channels. Let's keep this family movement going because we got the Mecca family and we got
Juanita Mecca Audio, no rap bastard, subscribe, please.
All right, gunshot. Tell them again. What you said? What you just said?
No rap bastards. Please don't subscribe to the channel. Leave us out of it.
All right, and definitely don't wear them flip-flops and you talk about you watching our
Don't
channel.
do it. How you got our little bucket hat twins today? Hold on, you gotta show them.
All right, yo, Cashbox coming real soon. I'm gonna break that down to you, Cashbox.
You already.
All right.
Respect, thank you.
Cheers. Toast the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in hall. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the night. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You eat back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an Ed. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.